You need to stop selling to grandmas, girls, kids, business owners, single moms, every single thing on the planet, and start selling to a single person. That's how you get paid. And the biggest people in the industry are doing this. Look at Iman, right? Now, Iman has 5 million subs on his YouTube, right? Hamza has 2 million. And Alex Becker, most of you guys know him. He's into crypto niche, all that stuff. And Moso is even more broader, right? But you see these guys, they're putting in the work. They've put it almost like, look at this, 300 videos, 400 videos. Hamza's put over like 1.3K videos. And all these guys have created mini channels. And ask yourself, why have they done this? Why would Iman Gaji, Hamza, who's in the holistic space, he's not even the money space, and Alex Becker, why do you think these guys are out here creating second channels? It doesn't make sense, right? First things first, you have to start from scratch. Second thing, it's, extra work. Third thing, why don't they just post on the main channel? And if you look at this, look at the titles, look at the difference. Hamza is a great example of this, right? Look at her, look at him. Injecting testosterone, how I journal, I talk girls in like brown guys, all this stuff, right? And Hamza changed my life. And then you go in here on the advanced section. What does it say? How to make friends with millionaires, how to date as a rich man, how I posted 2,000 YouTube videos. If you have a shit physique, what should you do but you're rich, right? All these topics. You see the difference? They are targeted towards a specific, more direct ICP. This is for the person who is a grandma. It could be anybody. It could be a guy who's 30 years old, who's 20 years old. It could be anyone. But this right here is for people who are making money and they have these questions. How do I connect with high-low people? How do I date when I'm rich? I don't know. How do I select the girls? Hamza has girls. Let me ask that guy. Iman, right? Why billionaires hate info and coaching. You go in here. What he's saying. A day in the life of a future billionaire. If you want to get rich in your 30s, right? Laziest way to make money with AI. All this stuff. How to get the gold rush of AI. Gold rush, all that stuff. Guy doesn't sell probably any AI, but still. That's beside the point. But the thing is, like, you look at this, right? He's talking about info. He's talking about why I bought consulting.com. He's talking about 150K prison. How would I change my entire structure of my info business? You see how specific they are getting? Look at Alex Becker, right? He's still a more broader niche, but still makes the point. Trump crash, news 7 crypto coins to buy, which will 50x in October, right? Hey, he says, why becoming rich will ruin your life, right? He's talking about if you want to get rich fast, do this exact business strategy. Do you want to be rich? These are the truth. Boom, boom, boom. They're all specific down to a center audience, to an audience which is more niche specific. And there's only one reason for that, which I'm going to touch on with this entire diagram that I have here. But first of all, you have to ask, do you even know your ICP as a person? This is how much I know about my ICP, guys. Like, this is the reason why the content that you watch and the support that I get from people is so banged. Like, it's so bang on. It's so accurate. I can post a video, it can get 2 views, and those 2 people will be my exact ICP. Because I know they're young, they are between the age of 19, 28. They're online fitness coach, sports coaches. They have a little bit of business about knowledge. They are around 5 to 20K a month. They have one hire, is good at, there's their actual skill, has over 30K followers on Instagram, chill to work with, competitive in nature, goes to the gym, works on himself. Like, you see that. I know the desires, I know the pain points. So when I am talking to you, the reason why you don't convert your calls, the reason why your content doesn't get you clients and not views is for the specific reason. Even if you're B2C, you still have to niche down and look at all these things, right? And let me tell you this, right? Let me just give you an example. These are the people who have done it right, who have a clear ICP, who are doing this. Bob, if you're watching this video, please start uploading more. This one was a banger. Probably most of you guys don't know about Bob. He's a co-founder of Hears, Doors. He's worked with LVS, Pasha, all these brands, right? And he's worked with, Daniel as well. Like, he's a killer in e-com space. I love his videos. Even though I'm in the info space, I just learned so much from him. Bob, if you're watching this, please start posting, bro. But the point is that you see, right? One video, and he has 30. Of course, now we have Daniel, who is more broad and niche, and even Daniel he just focuses on entrepreneurs. A normal B2C guy won't watch his videos. It's all business owners. I watch his videos because I can relate to the grind, the struggles that come with business, people messing you over, all this stuff, right? I can relate to that. And here's the master of all, Jeremy Haynes. Jeremy Haynes, from the get-go, tells you that if you are not focused on making $1 million a month, get off my video. He is direct. He doesn't care about your feelings. I love Jeremy. He's the goat at this, because I watch his videos a lot of times. Of course, now I have to watch something for the clients as well, but I watch his video particularly for one reason: to see how direct he speaks. He's like, all we do here is talk about $1 million months. Welcome back to the channel, guys. And he's like telling you that him saying this in the beginning, that all we talk about is $1 million months, If you're someone who's not even making 10K, you will not watch the video. And he uses a lot of strategies, terminologies. He uses different, and he uses a lot of terms which most people are not familiar with, and that is for a perfect reason. Because wow, my drawings are so horrendous. Wow, let me try to write this out, guys. Stick with me. Let's just leave it out. Okay, this is perfect. This is, oh my goodness, this is beautiful, right? Let me make that E better. But but the point is that you see him right here, right? Like, why would a beginner watch a video how to scale with Meta ads with the new update, right? With the Enderchrome update, which is absurd, right? Like ROAS. Most people don't even know what ROAS means. Most people don't even know what like optimizing the challenge funnel, which is popping up, by the way. So you see all these videos, right? These guys are gonna make more money with these little videos, with less videos, more impact and more specific down. Because when the person watches the video, they'll be like, "Hey, this is for me." Also, Ryan. Ryan is the goat. You know, Ryan. He's a maniac. He was like posting so many times a day. Now he's back. Most of you guys don't even know these people's name. Like most of you guys, I don't think people know about Ryan or Bob that much at all. Like most of you guys don't even know. I know these people. Why do I know this? Because like I see them online. There are people in my niche who watch them, like people who are doing ads, right? I know about these people. Why do I know them? Why do I watch their video? Why am I familiar with these guys while you're not? And the main reason is because because I'm the ICP. I want to see what's happening, right? I want to see how people are doing $1 million funnel. I want to see how people are scaling their info offer. Ryan has done 70 million in info coaching, by the way. So you have to see, right? And this will not only impact your like just you making more sales or getting more people. This will help with your marketing, sales, copy, how you write, and how you fulfill your clients. And the easiest way, if you want to do this, and I'm going to teach you right now, is if you have 2 or 3 clients, if you have even one client, you ask them, why did you join me? First question is, why did you join me? The second question that you need to ask them is, okay, what were your desires? What did you want out of this program? And what are your pain points? And then you go about that, because this is all data I've taken from my clients. This is not me coming up with, sitting there and like, what should I do, right? But it's like it's somewhat smart, but not too smart. This is what how would I know this if I don't have any clients, right? Cares about students or clients, wants to give people results. Like all these things, right? Has surface level knowledge of the components of a business. All these topics that I'm talking about, what having only one hire, right? That they have ever made. They want to get better at all this. How do I know all this? I know all this because I have asked them. Pretty simple, right? But now let me go into the specifics, and this is gonna help you so much. Just so pay attention. Now, the reason why I'm even explaining this, because this is sauce. This is like people don't tell you about this stuff at all. So when you are niching down, you are always going to end up in one of these categories. Like, is inevitable. You cannot just like it's super hard to like go ICP and ICP, to go specific and specific, basically. And the entire reason is why, because the time is so bigger. First of all, let me tell you about this story, right? A lot of people, and even me, I was like, hey, I have my AI product. I don't want to tell anybody about this. Whoa, I don't want to tell anybody. Then I saw 2 other guys doing it. Then I was like, okay, you know what? Let me just blatantly just tell people, hey, I saw AI DM systems, which are incredibly good. And that's what we do. Yes, other people use it, but we're the best in it. Because if you don't have any competition, you're probably in a pond which is too small, right? A lot of people miscategorize a competition. They think, oh, because it's competitive, I should leave. No, because it's competitive, that means people are making money in there, and you should just become better. Like, that's the point of the competition in general, right? So what happens is that when you go too specific to specific, which is going to be like super like I don't think it's possible for most people watching this video, because the reason is the amount of information. Like look how many countries there are you could sell to, right? There's the entire Europe. Of course you want to sell to first world countries, but even people in different locations might want you, right? And whatever it is. But the point is that this is super hard to do. This is very easy to do, to just go general. If I go online, right? And this is another thing which I want to talk about is you need to have a cross section between these things, right? So what you can have is a cross section between this, where your solution is ICP oriented, right? But your market is general. So I sell to coaches, I sell to people that are trying to scale, which is a really general market. But my solutions and the way that I present my expertise and the way that I talk about it, me working in like massive info companies, me working in normal companies, and taking up people from, like starting like as their sales operational manager, working in sales, and then on top of that, giving you AI systems for tracking DMs, all this stuff. My solution is really unique, right? If people go, oh, I never heard of that, or even if they do, they're like, oh, never heard in that perspective. So my solution is really unique. So I'm in a great spot because my TAM is already, and TAM means total addressable market for those of you who don't know. But the point is that my total addressable market is massive, but my solution is good. Now, what if I was like, hey, I'm a coach consultant, I scale people. Now I'm to general. Now I can't do that, and I have to change my bio again because I tested it out. When my bio had I scale, you can go on my Instagram, by the way. I scales audience led businesses, which is basically means organic people or running ads which have audience, which have eyeballs, right? And scaling them up with AI solutions. So in that, I have decreased my total addressable market. I'm not basically, like talking to everybody, my general market, and I'm going more and more specific. And let me tell you why is this so important, right? You go in here, you write fitness coach, you look at the amount of people that are in this industry, like you'll be like, how would you even stand out? It's nearly impossible to do. Let's go even more. Let's go make money online. Like there's so many people selling so many different solutions. They're just women selling, there are men selling, there are dudes selling, there is this company selling. You have so many people that are selling. Let me even go more niche down, which TikTok shop coach. Even though it's a more niche specific topic, look how many people are just like same thing, this. Like you can go on and on and on about all this stuff, right? And the reason why it's so crucial that you niche down is so that you don't end up in this and you're not talking to everybody. Because when you talk to everybody, you don't get paid. Because let's say this, right? I know my ICP, I know their age, I know about all this stuff. If I mention any of their pain points and their desires and what they want and how they feel, they're going to buy from me because they're going to be like, hey, this guy understands me. The reason why you watch these videos, the reason why you are watching this is because your content doesn't convert, or you are getting too broad specific audience, or you don't get qualified leads. So I'm teaching you how do you get qualified leads. I'm telling you how do you niche down. I'm telling you all this stuff, right? I'm addressing to your pain points. You don't know what to focus on, right? Has calls booked but no tracking. Doesn't want to do the day-to-day operations. Feel lost while scaling. I'm fixing that issue right now, right? And don't know what to focus on. That's also there. And when you do this, when you are doing this, you are speaking directly to your audience. I know you guys don't get, the most qualified people. You get a bunch of views, but there's a lot of engagement happening, right? But there's not a lot of incentivization happening, like people DMing you, people talking to you. I post a single video. If a video gets over 100 views, I know 3 or 4 people are going to message me on IG. That's how powerful these videos are, because they're hard to watch. They're not easy to watch, and I've done that on purpose. I don't add like music and stuff. I don't add captions and all that stuff. I make it super extremely boring for the type of people so that I can see what I'm talking about and actually see the value that I have. And I'm not doing the B2C flashy lifestyle, all that stuff, right? What's the reason? The reason is again being the same, because I want to have a specific audience. This is really niche down stuff, right? Now, let me tell you another thing. If you are having a lot of conversion, now this is, I'm going to tell people, some people do this like specific to specific, which I will just break down right here. If you are getting like me right now, I'm too specific. I know that, because what's happening is that these videos, they don't have an intro, they don't have all that. Of course, I'm optimizing as we're going, right? But the point is that there needs to be enough eyeballs so that you can filter them out, right? And when you niche down, when I have that option, I know that the calls are going to get, but I know the call like percentages of qualification will drop as I go a little bit broader, because I just want to test that out. But my over addressable engagements will go up. So that's how you can kind of look into it. More views, more likes, and less engagement is happening. Okay, I'm too general. Less like, less views and more calls are getting booked, but not enough calls. Okay, I'm too specific. It's a really simple rule. It's like a swing. It's like a pendulum, right? You have to like be in the middle and just like have that market where you're comfortable enough that, okay, I'm getting like 5 calls booked a week, which I'm happy with. my offer is super high ticket, right? All this stuff. So then I can just have it. Or I'm not getting any calls booked, I'm getting millions of likes, and that's where the issue is. Now, this video was inspired by Paul Davies. I watched one of his videos. This guy is a killer as well. He's worked with, Alex Mosey, Iman, all these people. Nothing, I literally have zero association. He probably doesn't know who I am. But the point is that he made this video of sell to someone, not everyone. And I was like, this is so important because he is the goat at this. Look at these 4 or 5 videos, right? I'm just gonna sip on my coffee and tell me what do you see as what do you like specifically are seeing in his channel? What did you see? He's talking about God a lot, Jesus, right? He's talking about wealth. He's talking about he has Jesus and Charlie Kirk. Yeah, R.I.P. Charlie Kirk, by the way. But he's talking to and this is so beautiful. I believe business is a calling. So he is leading Christians people that are Christian, right? And business owners to scale them to 50 to 100K a month. Now, if he removed the Christian part, he would go to general, right? But now that he has added that element, he is in that middle. He is in that cross area, which I was telling you. He's in the middle, right? Where his time is enough. There's probably enough Christian coaches, consultant people maybe who are converting right now, right? And this video is not religious on any sort of regards. I'm just like seeing who has done it the best. But they are in that sweet spot right now where it's not too specific and it's not too general. And it's in the perfect middle. Now, of course, he has also this channel where he talks about business. He doesn't really, care about all that stuff, right? And this is more so, I wouldn't, even these are like super specific, like terms down, niche down videos. So he knows that if somebody comes from here, they're probably going to like be super solid lead. They know about their business, they know about that because he talks about strategies and terminologies a lot, something like Jeremy would do, right? And that's the entire purpose. So what you guys have to understand from this entire video and the point that I'm trying to make is that you will always end up being too general. So when you make content, you have to think of the person you're talking to, right? That's how you get people to buy from you. The reason why I'm so good at connecting the pain, like, of course, like maybe you guys don't think I'm good, whatever it is, right? But the point is that right now I'm too specific. And I know that because I'm self-aware. I'm like, okay, what's lacking? I'm too specific. I'm booking calls, I'm booking like 2 calls a week. I want to get that number more. Out of those 2 or 3 calls, 1 person closes. So, but I want to scale my business now. So what do? I'm going to add a video hook, which you guys probably saw in this video. I'm going to get better thumbnails, which are more eye-catchy, right? I'm going to sit there and make more TOF content because my middle funnel is so strong. So if anybody comes in, they're probably just going to convert. And the reason why all this working is because I can think of my client. I can think of that person. Because as soon as a person looks at my content, it looks at this, they're going to be like, he has like 50, he has 60 videos. The guy knows what he's talking about, right? And I'm making these long formatic videos with taking ideas from different people and then putting it down to simpler words. Because if you watch this one, right, no hate to Paul in any sort of way and not judging him, it would have been a little bit more complicated. I broke it down to simple terms is that if you are, like I told you about the calls and the engagement conversion, and I told you and I gave you really relatable examples. So like if you're a business owner, right, again, what did I say? Has surface level knowledge of business components, wants to work with people, that wants to, is somewhat smart, but it's not too smart. All this stuff, right? Well, I know about this because I ask my clients. And so what you guys have to do. So always look at who am I talking to, why am I talking to them, and how I can talk better with them. Because as soon as people go, this is not for me, you're going on the right track. Actually, they should say, yeah, this is not for me. This guy I don't really. Let's say you're Jewish or Muslim, whatever, right? Whatever you are. And you look at Paul Davies' channel and he's talking about Christianity and he also has like a Bible call or something inside of his program. You will not align with that, right? I don't know, like, well, I'm not trying to go religious on this video, but the point is that go be specific. When people go, that is exactly me, and then you have people that are saying, no, it's not for me, you're in that right spot. And you always keep tracking and have a record, okay, what's happening? And then you'll be able to sell with so much less views on so much more impact, because less is more. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.